Hi, I'm Matthew Cavalier, and welcome back to my channel, Moments with Matthew. So I'm not sure if I ever told you before, but I am terrible at math, like even the simplest math. And I know that that completely goes against what I'm going to be talking about as far as the self-love challenge, because I shouldn't be talking so negatively about myself. But case in point, we are just starting week 4 of the self-love challenge. So there is one more week to go, which I'm happy about because I'm going to continue doing this even past the 1-month challenge. But I've been talking about last week was the last week, but this week is really the last week. So I apologize for my bad math skills or bad calendar reading skills or just really not paying attention, because that could also be the problem. But we are in our last week of the Moments with Matthew Self-Love Challenge. Hopefully you are still saying your affirmations every day. If you aren't or don't remember what they are, or just want to start your self-love challenge now, I'm all for that, because there's no arbitrary time to start. You can start whenever you're ready. We are saying today is going to be a great day. Let me start that again, because we are looking ourselves in the mirror, hopefully. But if you're not ready to look yourself in the mirror, you can just do this when you first wake up. You are going to say, today is going to be a great day. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. I know that's the hardest one for everybody. I am loving, I am lovable, and I am loved. You can add 1 or 2 more affirmations, whether it's about abundance or whether it's about your health. But those are the 3 to really start with. Those are the 3 to get you kick-started. Maybe you do the challenge for a month, get those 3 to where you're used to them, and then start adding in your own affirmations. And you don't have to do them just first thing in the morning. I like to do them as little mantras throughout the day. When I'm having a stressful time, when I'm having a stressful moment in the day, closing my eyes, taking a deep breath, and reminding myself, I love you. All is well. Now, these affirmations are taken from Louise Hay. I've been reading her books again. I do love her work. The Power is Within You is one of them. And of course, the other is You Can Heal Your Life. Both of them have a lot of awesome affirmations in them, especially if you're new to the affirmation game. So do take a moment to make sure that you kind of study some of the affirmations that you want to use, and you can move forward from there. And now, on to this week's topic. I know I talked a lot there, so I'm trying to keep it a little bit shorter, because I know my messages have been getting a little bit longer every single week, but that's okay. I'm really enjoying having these conversations with you. So, to revisit something that I also love to read is Don Miguel Ruiz's The 4 Agreements. This one is an important book for me, but the one I want to talk about this week is one of the agreements, the agreement that says, don't take anything personally. Don Miguel Ruiz takes it all the way to the craziest end to say, even if someone were to come up and shoot you in the head, you should not take it personally. I know that one's a hard one to take in and hard to believe, but when you understand where he is coming from, you will understand what he meant by that dramatic statement. And it really is about the fact that when someone does something to you, says something mean to you, says something that is cutting or biting or insulting, it really isn't about you. It's kind of that old saying that I love to live by: your opinion of me, your ideas of me are none of my business. Same thing here. Actually all of the times when someone is lashing out or having a problem with you, it really isn't about you. So don't take it personally. This one really hit home for me this week in my work when I had a few parents yelling at me for different things, and I was really getting myself worked up, and I was doing some things and looking at my bookshelves, and of course Don Miguel Ruiz came across my vision, and I really started to think, this is exactly what he's talking about. These parents are yelling at me, blaming me, upset with me, and I understand. I get it. I did have to be the bearer of some bad news for some of them. But in actuality, Were they really angry at me? Was it really about me? In the moment, they probably felt it was, but I was an easier target to yell at, or their kids weren't around who they're probably really upset with, or themselves for not following through and following up on some of the things that we had talked about previously. So, do I like being yelled at? Absolutely not. But can I say to myself, don't take this personally? Is that easy to do all the time? Sure is not, especially in the moment, in that heated time when this exchange is going on and on. It's hard to sit back and say, okay, this isn't about me. This is fine. All right, everything's great. It's not easy. And it isn't easy in the moment when that fire and that passion and that anger is really pushing back on you. So it does take some time to step away from the situation and say, okay, that was not about me. Again, what really helped me through was that affirmation I talked to you about earlier, which was taking a deep breath, letting it out, and saying to myself, I love you. All is well. Because I have to remind myself that everything is fine, that this is not a personal attack on me. And that's important to remember. So the next time you're in that situation where you're getting yelled at, or you're getting berated, or you're getting insulted, think to yourself, this is not about me. Now, I am not telling you in any way to take any kind of mental or physical abuse. Absolutely not. But what I am saying is, in those moments where sometimes those heated words are coming, or when you are giving those heated words at someone, demeaning words at someone, you might have to say to yourself, wait a minute, this is not about them. What is this about? Yes, perhaps they have done something to you that has triggered this response. It does not mean you cannot be upset, angry, disappointed at a situation. But the demeaning language, the anger that leads you to say some things that insult the person directly, those aren't necessarily the way you should go about it. You need to make sure that you're saying, okay, what about this is what I can address? And it can be the behavior, it can be the language, it can be the disappointment, it can be the things that they didn't do that they promised. But again, when you get angry at those things, what are you really getting angry at? It's that idea of, a lot of the times we come across people who hold up a mirror to us. So sometimes when I get frustrated with someone for not doing what I ask them to do, or when I get angry because a person is exhibiting some kind of lazy behavior, I can absolutely look and say, yeah, I'm probably more upset because I could see myself totally doing this right now. So that is what I have to remind myself. Again, is it easy in the moment? No. It is absolutely not easy in the moment. You really do have to step back and take some deep breaths and remind yourself, and then reflect on the situation. It's also important to set up those boundaries. For me, I had one parent yelling so much that I did have to set up the boundary, just like Brene Brown taught me, and say, listen, I understand that you're angry. This is a situation that can make you angry. That is acceptable, but what is not acceptable is to yell and scream at me. Obviously, I had to say that a little diplomatically and make sure that the parent understood that I would not be berated and yelled at, and, have those conversations that when they were calmer, we could pick up the conversation. So that was important for me to remember. So one of the ways to get around not taking things personally is setting up those boundaries for yourself. That's an important protection for you, both emotionally and mentally, for you to set those boundaries and understand, don't take it personally, all right? Now, our goal for this week is finish up our Moments with Matthew Self-Love Challenge strong, and remember, if we're in those situations, to not take them so personally. Do you know someone who needs this message? Please do share this video with them and click the like button. Also, please click subscribe and the bell so that you are notified the next time a video comes out. And I will see you next time on A Moment with Matthew.